What's up, Evil X's? I am back with a new review, and we're going to be talking about the Netflix animated series, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off! But before you take off, I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm also a indie comic and novelist publisher. I'm not sure if I said that right. But anyway, I make comics and novels, and you can find Red Knight in print and digital over at manospublishing.com. So, hey, let's get started, shall we? Now, I'm a big fan of Scott Pilgrim, the comics, the movie. The movie's one of my favorite films of all time. And I was super amped for this new animated series in the style of the comic. And they got the voice actors. They got the actors from the film to voice the characters. The creators of this project is Abel Gongara, Brian Lee O'Malley, the creator of the comic, is there, and Ben David Gerbinski, and also Edgar Wright is on record for producing the show, the series. And it stars everybody: Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Monstream Toad, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Let's see. Karen Culkin, Salat. Salat Babar. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. Chris Evans. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. Anna Kendrick. Man, I can't say anybody's names. Brie Larson, Allison Pill, Audrey Plaza, Brandon Routh, Jason Schwartzbaum, Ellen Wong, and Mae Whitman. And the basics is, hey, let's start telling a version of this Scott Pilgrim story, but then we're going to take a huge left turn. What if Scott loses his first fight and he actually dies, and the show keeps going without him, at least for a full episode, until we get to the plot, where the new plot is he's missing. He's been kidnapped. Someone faked his death, and it's completely altered the events in the story. That I think is really fascinating. I know I've lost quite a few fans of the original film and comic because they were hoping that, and I was thinking this is what they were doing, was doing a full-on adaptation of the comic, because, you know, the film couldn't, like, how many copies? There's like 6 editions of this. They couldn't put the whole series in one film, and I believe they had 1 or 2 volumes yet to be published when they were still shooting. So they had to kind of put together an ending. And I believe Wright and O'Malley did talk about it, so, you know, Wright wasn't exactly totally in the dark, but still, this was a chance to do a more faithful adaptation. And what's interesting is O'Malley didn't feel like doing that, and I actually am kind of impressed by that. What's interesting, I think, is maybe within the 2nd or 3rd episode, there's a scene where Kim Pine and Knives are just sitting around the living room, and they start collaborating and playing music together. And it's this beautiful moment, and I have to admit something. Even though this is from a major studio, Netflix, even though it's produced by Edgar Wright and stars a huge A-list cast, and it's based on a very popular comic book, even though all of that, this feels like a really independent project. It really does feel like something that came from the heart from this creator or creators. And I love it. It's kind of fantastic. The animation does invoke the style of the comic, of course, but it does have this beautiful fluid movements. The animation, the action sequences are fantastic. I absolutely love Lucas Lee's action sequences in his episode. And that's one of the things I really like about this series is when you change an element in the previous existing story, you get to explore the characters in a new way. Matter of fact, the Evil X's, for instance, you get to know them more as people than in previous editions. And it's really fascinating. It's really interesting to see what Matthew Patel does when he gets a taste of victory. You get to see what happens to Lee and as the other characters as well. Wow, it's really interesting to see where Gideon goes after his fall. He has this hilarious bit where he talks about how his billionaire friends don't talk to him, not even his lowly millionaire friends. And he has this line like, I tried to make it, I couldn't even get a reservation at McDonald's. They just laughed at me when I called. Like, yeah, of course they laughed at you when you called. It's really fucking stupid. So, speaking of that, the dialogue is really top notch. Actually, it's very funny. It makes good use of the fact that it's live action cast are pretty strong voice actors. Matter of fact, some of them, like Mae Whitman, Audrey Plaza, and a couple others, go back and forth and do a lot of like voice acting as well as, live acting. Live acting. That's so weird to say. But anyway, you get to kind of follow Ramona because Scott is missing for 3-4 episodes out of this series. We do kind of like dovetail back and we get to see him properly. So it's not completely. We're not gonna book a Boba Fett this guy where he's like completely out of the blue, like thrown away. You actually do get a sense of him back when he comes into the series, and strong. But you get to spend some time with Ramona, and you get to see Ramona kind of like put together the pieces of her relationships, and you get to see like her go through the character arc in a more like personal level than you would in the film proper. I mean, she does go through a character arc as well, but the focus is on Scott. So when the focus is shifted, we get to see that a little bit more intently with her. And of course, Mary Elizabeth Winstead is just so good in this. It's really wonderful. The whole cast is just so great. It's very funny. The whole bits with making a movie based on the proper version of Scott Pilgrim within the context of the series is really meta. It's so funny. Audrey Plaza is great. Just like hearing her like curse again, and God, just all in all, like this whole cast is just so good. Nobody felt like they were slumming it, doing it as a favor or anything like that. Everybody came back and had fun with this. It's just a wonderful piece of work. I really enjoyed this. I don't know if we're going to get season 2. I don't know if we need a season 2, frankly. I think Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is just fine as a work in and of itself with one season as a miniseries. I don't know, but I think it's fine if you don't continue the series. Even though, yeah, they have a teaser for Gideon, kind of like making plans, but I don't know, that kind of thing. It's fine. It's fine to like hint at adventures to come. So I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. The animation was gorgeous. Music was just so good, and I love the fact that they used Whatever. It's a great song. It's funny because when we got to that title in the episode list and we're about to watch it, we started like singing Whatever, and then we clicked on the episode to watch it, and like a minute or two into the episode, they started playing Whatever. It's fantastic. This series really did kind of understand its audience, I think. But what did you, the viewers at home, think? You can let me know in the comments below. You can click the notification bell. You can like and subscribe if you haven't really seen my work and want to see me review other stuff. I'm totally cool with that. I'm going to be doing more live streams as well as video essays. I'm getting more into that again. don't worry, I've discovered how to edit, so I'll be doing more video essays that way. So I think that's it for now. You can find me all over the place. I'm at Tumblr. I'm at Facebook. You can also find me on Blue Thing and Thread Thing. Also, that old X thing. I'm there as well, and Tumblr. You can also subscribe to me and support Manos Publishing and the Real Manos channel at just $1 a month over on Patreon. You know how that stuff goes. So, hey, I think that's it. I'm going to take off myself. Push the button, Lindsay.